And my beautiful ladies, last week's session, I will be able to put it onto the YouTube channel, and I will be able to send you the link of last week, because I think the elevator pitch was quite important to do. So I just need to take out the music, and then as soon as I can do that. But can you believe it, ladies? That video took 4 days to render. I was not, I didn't want to touch it. I was so scared we're going to lose the recording. So I will tomorrow, I'm just going to go out with my son-in-law. He is flying back on Friday. So he asked me to do two more errands, and one is I have to go into a lady's shop, and he said, "Ma, please, please come with me to the lady's shop. I cannot go there in alone." So sorry, and Anjana and Jaisri, Diana, you will know, my ladies. It is just a woman's shop. He said, "Ma, I cannot go in there by myself." So I will gonna quickly take him, but then when I come back, I will start editing that video. So I want to ask you, ladies, is there any more ladies that would love to investigate the elevator pitch, or go a little bit more into that? Because a few ladies ask, can we not have another session? So, two ladies ask, uh, another two ladies ask, Sanit, can you please help me with my YouTube channel? So, in September, I think what I will do for all those ladies that would love to have a YouTube channel, Anita, yours is also one of them. If you would love to let me have a session and show you how to create your own YouTube channel. But the thing is, you need to have 5 videos ready. So I just quickly want to tell you about the videos. You will have to have one short video. That means I don't have my phone here, but you have to do your recording in portrait, less than 1 minute. So make it 55 seconds, then you know you're safe. One video. And then you will do 4 videos landscape, so that it takes the full screen. And you can make it at that anytime. You can just more than 1 minute, have 4 ready, and then I will be able to help you create that day your own YouTube channel. Okay, so I will let you know when I will be doing that. And then I will also set up another time for us to do the elevator pitch, because, ladies, the elevator pitch is just a small pitch, but there is a longer pitch, a positioning statement. And there is where you're actually going to have more details and how. So, Anita, are you struggling, my girl?
Yes, my costume keeps catching up on my phone.
Oh, so I just wanted to say, for the positioning statement, maybe we can also have a look at your positioning statement, because that is
The reason why I'm moving is I can't hear, for some reason, I don't have any sound. You whisper. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Can you ladies hear me beautifully? Okay,
I
maybe
am trying
your
to,
device, yes.
I am trying to go to, yeah. As long as you can hear me, that's what's important.
Okay, now, but we can definitely. Anita, you are clear, say Anjana. Wow, okay. So, lady, with the positioning statement, you will have some more detail, and you will have some more things to impress people. They say the first 1 second people meet you, or 1 minute people meet you, that's where you need to do the impressment. So I will schedule another session, and then we will be doing that. So, my beautiful ladies, we are here today because there are so many ladies that are going to bestow us their wisdom. So, my beautiful Mandy, I'm going to ask you to go second, but first of all, we're going to play the mind movie, and Cheryl is going to share that. So, I just want to say, Cheryl, thank you for coming every Monday and share your beautiful video. I just quickly want to mention Cheryl made this video, and she can actually tell us why she made this and how she feels every time she plays the video. Just want to let you know, Dorette is all in the dark, ladies. Can you see her? Hello, Elena. They've got load shedding. So today our load shedding, we luckily don't have any this evening. So I am over the moon, over the moon. So my beautiful Cheryl, if I can ask you to share your beauty, tell us first of all why and how do you feel after playing it, and then you are welcome to share your beautiful mind movie. Thank you.
It just buoys me up, and the more I listen, the more I can remember what my dreams are. I write my dreams every day. I mean, I write my goals and the things that I want to do every day. But having this movie music, you can do this yourself at mindmovies.com, and some of you have already. And you make your own. Some people can load their own pictures. I use pictures that were there. But anyway, it's worth the time and effort, and I love how it makes me feel. So let me get this back to the start. Okay, here we go.
There's a secret to success. Everybody hopes to find. There's a key to the world, and it's mine, all mine. There's a world of opportunity filled with possibility and dreams that I'm gonna find. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. I've got a blueprint for the future, brand new design. I'm playing at the money game, winning all the time. There's a world of opportunity filled with possibility and dreams that I'm going to find. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. Oh, I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. All that I can see, all that I can be, infinite prosperity is all inside of me. I got a millionaire. I got a millionaire. I got a millionaire mind. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. Oh, I say yes to success. I got a millionaire. You got a millionaire. I got a millionaire. You got a millionaire. I got a millionaire. I say yes. I say yes to success. Oh, I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. I got a millionaire. You got a millionaire. I got a millionaire. You got a millionaire.
Okay, let's stop share. Thank you. There you go. Okay.
That is cool. I love it.
Beautiful. Oh, felt every piece of energy in that. Wow.
Wow, amazing, amazing, my beautiful Cheryl. Thank you for playing this for us. Thank you for coming the last 3 weeks, every week, to come and give us your beautiful present. So, my beautiful one, here we go.
Okay, thank you.
Cheryl, you have won 38. If you can just put your name and surname in the chat, and your number is 38, and is our beautiful Val Burgess. She is going to gift you honey out of her honey hive. Is that what you call it? Your honey, her honey hive. Wow, amazing. I could not believe how many honey does she have to collect to get one bottle. Wow, amazing. So I am so happy. I want to say, Cheryl, thank you so much. And then I want to say you are welcome to go. I know that you've got another session and you came specially to come and give us the last session. So how do you feel, my beautiful Cheryl?
I feel totally blessed. I think you ladies are all wonderful. I am so happy to be a part of this, and I'm sure you'll keep me on posted on the next ones.
No, perfectly. I want to say, my beautiful Cheryl, every Monday, first Monday of the month, we're going to have an amazing session. I call it the play date. We normally have a lot of dancing in between, and then some of us are wearing children makeup. Look at my eye, follow my eye to Mandy. And we will look actually what you have accomplished for the month, and then what is your set goals for the next month. And then I created a chat where we held each other's accountability. Did you do what you have to do? So next week, ladies, we've got a special guest coming, Robert W. Jones. He is actually going to gift us this amazing present for our 2-year anniversary to write one page in his book. It costs $500. He's actually going to give it to us for $139. I was blown away. He said, Sanette, but don't tell the others. Just tell your diamond beauties. I said, okay, it's a secret. It will only be the diamond beauties. It's his 4th year of art of connection. And ladies, just help me in America. They say that the book is have won so many awards. It's in the Library of Congress. Is that the right? Is a very big thing, apparently, Anita. Is it very big? Okay, very big thing, Kathy. Is it a very big thing? Huge. Okay, yes. I didn't know what he meant by huge, and I said, okay, but I will find out from my beautiful ladies. But Mandy said it's huge. It's huge. Okay, then I'm happy. So he's gonna be there. He's gonna be next week for 10 minutes. But ladies, because the time frame is so short, if you be on the line on Monday and you decided to do this, you will be a co-author in his book. And then you will also be invited to a free seminar on September the 21st. And he's only giving that also for the Diamond Beauties. So I was totally blown away by his generosity. And I said, thank you. So next week, he will be the first 10 minutes he will be in. And then he will leave, and then we will have our party date. So welcome, Nicola. Welcome. I'm going to pronounce your name Shelina. And I just saw, hi, Marilyn. Sorry, I could not answer your phone when you was dialing. I was already in here. And welcome, Yaki. So happy to see all of you. So my beautiful ladies, are you ready? Mandy? Yeah, you've got your 10 minutes, my beautiful one. You can start. I will pin you and you can.
Thank you so much. And I just want to begin with 2 phrases. Namaste is the first one. Namaste. I see and honor the good and the spirit in all of you. And I want to use the Japanese form as well, because I'm going to be referencing the Japanese. And it's the phrase Ichigo Ichiya. And it's a special endearing term to every person that you meet or leaves your presence that you've been blessed by. So namaste and ichigo ya. So we're talking about the power of now, and this is something that I've been teaching now for many years, and the more I teach it, the more in depth I go. I'm a deep thinker and I go very deep. The power of now involves love, grace, and gratitude. And this is what an author, Rick Warren, had to say. The best use of life is love. The best expression of love is time. The best time to love is now. So the present moment embodies love, grace, and gratitude. Have you ever had one of these moments where it's been, oh, I should have done that, but I didn't get that done. Oh, and you know, I've got to do this in the future. And oh my gosh, what am I going to do? We've all had them, haven't we? We're not in the present moment. And we're not being loving to ourselves by chasing the past and living in the future.
Right.
When you are grounded in the present moment, this is where we can gain clarity. Clarity helps us to hear, think, see, and do more clearly. But it only happens in the present moment. And I'm going to show you what I use as part of my teaching about the present moment. It's the hourglass. The hourglass. And if you tip the hourglass up, you notice that the sands will fall to the bottom conical. The top conical represents the future. The future hasn't happened yet. And this is where 98% of human beings live, in the future that hasn't happened. It's an illusion. Fancy worrying and wasting time and energy in an illusion that hasn't even happened. Where does the sand fall through? It falls through the middle. We'll get onto that in a second. It falls through the middle and into the bottom, which represents the past. You cannot change the past. You cannot be affected by the past. Yes, you can learn from it, but it has no control over you whatsoever. So the future falls through the middle into the past. So where is the middle? What is the middle? The middle is the present moment. This is where the magic of life unfolds. This is where love exists in its purest, God-ordained, authentic, highest self. And why do I use this particular one? Because when I picked it up, this is what it says. Hope you can see that. It says inspired productivity. Inspired productivity happens only where? In the present moment. And in that present moment, we can ask questions that will help us to move forward in whatever area we need to move forward in. What is one thought I can do differently? What is one different action that I can take? How am I going to be more grateful? Awareness of the blessings around us. How can I become more productive, more inspired productivity? How can I refocus my mind to be more present in this moment? This is where the brain comes into focus. The brain is designed only for one successful thing, only one, and that is survival.
Yes.
Your brain negotiates and regulates every function in the human body: blood pressure, muscle action, thinking facilities, emotions, heartbeat, heart rate, digestion. It's all regulated by the brain, designed only for the body to survive. That's its sole purpose. However, in the great wisdom of our Creator, He gave us a brain that is also like a computer. It stores everything. When a baby is born, it is born with the means to survive only. It is not filled with knowledge. It is not filled with questions. It does not have peer pressure. It does not have experiences. It is born with DNA written into it. I must survive. So I cry because I need feeding. I cry because I need changing. I have to survive. And then it grows up and becomes what we become as human being adults, and we store all the experiences and all the information. The present moment is, like I said, the place where pure, authentic love exists. And this is restorative love for health, mind, body, and spirit. It helps us to be in control of the things we control, the thoughts we can control, the actions we can control. There's nobody else in here but you and me, nobody. I can control that, so can you. And in so doing, it helps us to let go of what we cannot control. So what I want to do right now is take you through a Japanese practice. This Japanese practice is purely designed to bring us fully into the present moment when nothing else exists but pure love. And the way the Japanese do this is absolutely finitely, absolutely beautiful. And believe it or not, this is something I've been doing my whole life and didn't even know I was doing it, but it's something I've enjoyed doing. And now I have this story around it, which I've had for about 3 years. It's made it even more empowering. And I do this practice every day between 4 and 7 a.m. out on my deck. It's the Japanese tea ceremony. It's called Shanoiwei, or Chinoiwei, the way of the tea. It's a ceremony that cultivates presence in the moment of your 5 senses. And it's important because when you're going through this ceremony or this ritual, it helps you to stay focused on your 5 senses. All the noise in the monkey mind is gone. There's no other distractions. And there is a special places in Japan that you can go to, and they are purely gauged for these tea ceremonies. So Shinoya-wei is the way of the tea. So let's take the first sense of taste. Taste. The taste of the tea that is served is of the highest quality. It's a single cup of the purest tea that is drunk. And the flavor that is left lingers for a long time afterwards. So right away, the minute you drink this tea, your sense of taste is heightened. The smell, the infusion of the tea is intense and fragrant. The Japanese use a lot of local plants to gain their infusions from for these tea ceremonies. And the ceremony is accompanied not just by the tea drinking, but by these special sweets, delicacies that are designed to enhance the tea. Now, in the traditional Japanese tea house, you will also be immersed in the fragrances of the woodwork. And I had some Japanese woodwork at some time. I could talk about it forever. It's so beautiful, and the fragrance. A lot of these tea houses will have trees growing in them, and they will water the ground before the ceremony so that you can smell the moisture coming up through the earth. Now, the flowers as well, the fragrance from the flowers. And this is what I do on the deck. I immerse myself in the smell of the fresh morning dew and the earth. It's just beautiful. Sight, what we see. We see the teacup. It's delicate. It's beautiful. It's admired. It's praised by all the Japanese. It's precious. And it is a very integral part of the ceremony. I don't have a teacup, but this is my tea caddy. This is my British tea caddy. And on here, you will see the delicate cup. Can you see the delicate cup? And the teapot and the flowers. This design, this huge tea caddy from Britain is designed based on the Japanese tea ceremony. And I love having my tea come out of there. So I see the cup. I see the gentle movements of the tea in the cup. So this, if this is my cup, I'm holding it and I'm seeing the movement of the liquid in the cup. And I'm watching the tea master, the person that serves you. And she, it's always a she, has been choreographed in special movements that complement the movements of the liquid in the cup, of the tea in the cup. What about touch? Touch, holding the cup. I sit on the deck in the morning and I'm always looking into my cup and I'm holding it. And then I'm looking up at the trees and I'm listening, feeling the cup in your hands. Feel yourself bringing it to your lips, which symbolizes contact with serenity. Where do you find serenity but in the present moment? And it connects you to the tea house where the serenity happens in the way of the tea, or Shinoya way. What about sounds? Sounds. You may hear the rustle of leaves in the trees. In Japan, because of all their beautiful flowers, and especially in the 2-week period where it's the cherry blossom festival and the whole of the island closes down, everybody closes down and heads to these parks to enjoy these 2 weeks of cherry blossom festivals. The fragrance is to die for, right? So maybe that's what you've got in your garden and you're using that as part of this ceremony. At the end of the day, this Shinoya way, or Chanoyu, as the Japanese say, calls for us as individuals, every human being, to bring your attention to the present moment. This is where the magic of life, your life, my life, unfolds, not in the future, not in the past, right here and now, in this moment that we're sharing together. I've got goosebumps. It is designed to pay attention, to identify self-awareness of all of your 5 senses. It's designed to take the brain away from the noise of the world and bring you back to love, grace, and gratitude. And the ceremony is an actual art form. Well, how do you develop an art form? You practice it. This is why it fell into my arms so easily, and I love it so much because I've been doing this my whole life with a mug of tea. I'm not a cup person, but I'm a mug person. And this one says, life is good. Life is good in the present moment. So at the end of the day, when you're thinking about the present moment, what exactly stirs your heart? What stirs your soul? What motivates you? Well, I'm telling you right now, it's found in the serenity of the present moment. And if you can develop this art form and practice it daily, I'm just covered in goosebumps. I love teaching this stuff. I love sharing it with people. If you can find that precious moment of every day, and it's not just about sitting on the deck first thing in the morning, you know, a couple of hours there. It's any moment. Are you afraid of something? Are you doubting something? Are you worrying about something? Stop yourself. Take a deep breath. Pause. And ask yourself in this moment, Mandy, what would love do next? Love would not be afraid. Love would not doubt. Love would seek serenity and peace. And you can do this in every moment of your life, because remember, inspired productivity happens only in the present moment, not the past, not the future, here and now. And when you come to appreciate this and develop this art, I can assure you with every fiber of my being, your life will change in ways that you could only have imagined. You will laugh more. You will live aligned on purpose. You will find your mission. You will find your purpose. You will find the love. You will be grateful. Every part of your body and soul will come alive because you're living in the magic of the present moment.
Wow. Amazing, Mandy. Amazing. I know I could have given you more time and you will have
That's
told
okay.
us everything. But I do also have a few other ladies, but I want to say thank you. Let me just bring everybody up and then we will ask ladies, what did you think about this presentation? So you can just in the chat or just give Mandy some hearts.
Wow.
Amazing, amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my beautiful Mandy. You always mesmerize me when you talk. So, my
Oh,
beautiful ladies, I am quickly going to pull a few more prizes while before going to Anjana, Angela. So, sorry, I've pulled a present for you. Did you get one the first day that you were, you could not see it? Where are you now? Oh, oh, she's gone now. Oh no, last time it also happened. So let me put it back. So Dorette, are you ready for your present?
I'm here. Yes, Sanette. I'm sorry you can't see me. I do have a light here. It's just very faint.
It's
But I'm
okay.
ready.
No, it's okay. Please put your name and surname in the chat, and you are number 34, and you are going to receive a beautiful gift from Rebecca Hall. I don't have the list in front of me, so I cannot tell you exactly what you want, but I know it's beautiful. Tomorrow, oh, here you are, sorry. Tomorrow, all the givers and the winners will be announced on the Diamond Beauties. And then I will then also make sure that in Messenger that I do create all the givers with the winners so that you can work out when are you going to do your exchange of your prizes. So Dorette, please number 34, if you can help me write it down in the chat, I will pick up
Yes.
the...
I did. Thank you.
So sorry, you are back. What happened, my beautiful sorry?
Don't know.
Oh, wow,
Oh,
sorry.
goodness.
You have won at number 10. And can you remember that beautiful man of us, Glenn Edwards, the one that came and told us about his 5 love languages? He is going to give you a coaching session.
Wow.
So please put in the chat for me 10, and please put in your name. Then I know this is yours. Sorry, and then
Thank you so much.
Anita, is this the first time that you are here? Did I give you a present? I did give you a present already. Not yet. Okay, Anita, let me just put Sorry's name on this one, and let me just pull another one. Oh, here's nothing on this one. I don't know why I've got a paper that's got nothing on. Okay. I've got another one. By beautiful Anita, if you can put your name in the chat and number 12, you have received a book from Tracy all the way from Australia. Anita, there you are. Lauren, you didn't receive a prize as yet. Let me see. My beautiful Lauren, the Diamond Beauties is going to have their first magazine coming out this on Friday. We are busy working on it. Wow, it's going to be amazing. So in September, you are welcome to. We're going to give you 3 months of free advertising. So I hope that you will enjoy that as well. So you can just put in for me. I don't have the numbering on here. Let me just see. Just say Sanette and moments, diamond moments for me, please. Okay, perfect. And that is for the advertisements. And then, Kathy, Aliana, you were here the first time, eh? Did you receive a gift? I think I put your name on somewhere.
I do not know. This is I participated in a meeting about 3 weeks ago, I think,
Yes. Yeah,
and
I
now this one.
yeah. Now I remember you. I remember that I've actually put your name on. Cheryl, you've got your present, Diana. Are you ready for your present, my beautiful one? Okay. Okay, this lady didn't come back to me to tell me exactly what she's is going to give us or give you, but her name is Andrea Mason, and I think she's going to give you a coaching session. Diana? Also, no numbering for her because I was waiting for her to tell me what the value and everything is. But if you can just put your name in the chat and Andriana Mason, then I will let you know exactly what you want because I was waiting for her to come back to me to say what's the value of your price. So let me
Thank
just,
you, Sanit. Much appreciated.
it's a pleasure. Wendy, also, it's the first time that you are here today.
It's the first time that I've been here.
Now, did you receive a gift already?
No.
Okay. So, a beautiful gentleman, Rick Ornelos, he's going to give you a training session. He's a fitness guru. So, I don't know how he's going to do this, but if you can please put your name on and you can put for me, Rick, I would really appreciate it. I also was waiting for him to come back with the value of the price. Sometimes I have to follow 1,000 times up and they don't come back to me. So, Wendy, you've won that prize.
Yay, thank you.
Nicola, did you receive a prize already? Okay, you did. Okay, Shailina, are you going to come on to screen, please? Will you be able to show us your beautiful face? And also, Deshana, if you can show us your beautiful face. So, ladies, I'm going to see if you are coming up in the next session. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to give it to Anjana, my beautiful Anjana. Your beautiful hat. I cannot wait for your session. Go ahead. I will pin you.
Okay. The meaning of being in the present moment or the power of now. I find that there's a lot of distractions in this world, and we are distracted by so many things. And I think that the degree of distractions has just increased immensely because of technology. This whole online world, the phone has just made being in the present moment absolutely struggling and challenging. It includes me as well. And another thing that has made people with distraction comes a lot of boredom. And boredom, they drift away into whichever land. You get distracted, you can daydream, um, you can find other things to do besides what's important. So the one thing that to bring you back into the present moment is mindfulness. Now, we hear that term being thrown around quite a bit. It's like a buzzword out there, mindfulness. But what exactly is mindfulness? It starts personally, what I believe, it starts with a sense of awareness. If you do not have that awareness, you will not get into the present moment. So there's different techniques, like Mandy said. Mandy used the Japanese method, and you tune into, or you use the five senses basically to tune in and get the awareness. So awareness is, like you say, I'm just going to expand on what Mandy has already stated. Your brain, you get the physical brain that controls your physical body. Then part of your brain or whatever is called the intelligent mind, the conscious mind, where this conscious mind is the observer of you yourself. Does it make sense? Where you observe your thoughts, you observe what you're doing, you observe. That is that intelligent mind that resides within you. It's that voice, it's that where you listen into yourself, you listen into your thoughts, you feel in your emotions, you are, so that intelligent part. So if you can tune into that, that's where your awareness gets heightened. To tune into this awareness, there's different methods. There's breath work, there is meditation, there is walking, there's swimming. So there's a lot of ways to activate and fine-tune your awareness. Once you've got that right, coming back into the present moment becomes easier. So what I use this tool for is to do one thing at a time. I cannot multitask. I've never been able to multitask, but I was always shunned and scolded for not doing many things at one go. And even in school, even with friends, everybody says, but why are you only doing one thing at a time? You're so slow. But it proved to be quite a gift once I realized the value of doing one thing at a time. When you do one thing at a time and you've got a heightened awareness, you focus all your energies on doing one thing at a time. It is so powerful and it is so easy to bring yourself into the present moment. Because when you're doing one thing at a time, it's like cooking. Instead of cooking, think of cooking. You've got say you've got four, you have to cook 4 dishes. Instead of cooking 4 dishes at one go, you forget to put salt in the other one, you forget to put pepper or spices, you forget an ingredient. But by cooking one dish at a time, it becomes, you focus, you don't forget things. Your awareness is there because when you cook in one dish, you will prepare all the ingredients first. Then by step, you will follow what you need to do. So can you see the difference? There's no anxiety. There's no stress, self-inflicted stress and anxiety, no distractions, because you're doing one thing at a time, one dish at a time. I'm sure most of you people can relate. Am I right? So that is doing one thing at a time is, no matter how small it is, has proven to bring me in the present moment. As human beings, awareness, I want to get back into mindfulness and awareness. There's 4 things, 4 T's that you use to get to practice mindfulness. One is tuning in into yourself. Okay. The second step is take a step back. That observation, that conscious, your intelligent mind. Take a step back and see how you think, how you operate, how you get distracted, how does the mind, the ego mind, wants to run away. Either in the past, where you become nostalgic, or in the future, worrying about the future. So your intelligent mind is the part of you where you hold your power. That's where your empowerment, your wisdom lies. And that's the part that actually is boss. Not your ego is the boss. Your conscious, intelligent mind is the boss. So that is the part that can bring you to say, listen, take a step back and say, listen, I am boss. Does that make sense? Is everybody with me? I just put your fingers up just to say that you're with me. Thumbs up. Okay, cool. Thank you. Number 3 is take care. Take care of your thoughts, your feelings, and your physical sensation. You need to take care. It comes with practice, where you observe and you think what thought you're thinking and what feelings you're feeling. Because your thinking, feeling patterns work together. Because the way you feel and the belief systems that you have developed over time in conditioning tend to work so fast. I mean, it's faster than nanoseconds. So you need to slow down. So by taking care, you need to slow down your thoughts and you need to slow down your feelings. And this will come by tuning in. So can you see? By taking a step back. So everything is integrated. And the fourth thing is to trust yourself. That's the big one. To trust yourself in this process. To trust yourself, to bring yourself back into the present moment. So that are the 4 steps of mindfulness. Any questions? That is how I practice the present moment, to be in the power of now. That is my power of now.
I love it. I love it. So, ladies, you are welcome to unmute yourself and ask a question for Adriana. Oh, look at all the hearts, my beautiful Anjana. Wow. Okay. So please, if there's any questions, please ask in the chat. I will also be able to give to copy the chat into the group. And then the ladies that's on extra here, I will just add you to that messenger group that you can see, be able to see the chat. So amazing. Thank you, my beautiful Anjana. You are so amazing, amazing. So I just wanted to make sure, Silena and Darshana, are you going to be able to put on your cameras? Then I also want to say hello to Zenise. Thank you for Sunday. The show was amazing with you. So my beautiful Jaisri, are you ready? Are you ready to inspire Cheryl? Are you still going to be here with us a little while, or are you going to leave us? Because I would love to take a photograph of us.
I'm staying. I couldn't get into the other one. So
Okay.
yeah,
So I think what we can do quick photograph. Dorette, please put that light here so that we can see. So I know Kathy is with a client, but if she can quickly just put it on so that we can take a photograph. Are you ready, ladies? Let us just wait for Nicola. Yes, Eliana. Oh, you showed that. Okay, perfect. Mandy, Lauren, Marilyn. I know Yaki is also without electricity. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me just do another one. Are you ready, ladies? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, my beautiful ladies. So, Jaisri, it's all up to you, my beautiful one. I am going to pin you. You are welcome to inspire us.
Thank you, Sunette. How's the sound on your side? Can you hear?
Yeah, everything is good. Thank you so much, Jaisri.
Lovely. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful diamond beauties. I'm going to time myself. So I've been practicing timing myself to not go over. I tend to monopolize time. So thank you so much, number one, for staying on for the entire time for this moment. So I want to speak about 3 points about the power of now. And it's actually going to tie in a lot to what Mandy has spoken about and what Njana has spoken about. So from the first aspect, I want to speak about it from a hypnotherapy or a hypnotherapy perspective. As a hypnotherapist, and for those of you who, is there anyone here, a hypnotherapist or into here? Anybody else?
I practice self-hypnosis.
Lovely. Yes, we do that. And when you are practicing self-hypnosis or in hypnosis, your words that you use are in the present. It is always happening now. You are feeling this now. You are experiencing it now, because our subconscious mind has no time. It doesn't have any concept of time. Our subconscious mind cannot future pace. So, for example, how many of you've made a New Year's resolution? I'm going to start, not I'm going to cut down on my sugar. I'm going to start quitting to smoking, or cutting down on my alcohol, cutting down on alcohol. I'm going to start that. How did that New Year's resolution turn out? It didn't really last too long. So you have to use the word now. The mind understands now. It's like a child. When you tell a child, oh, we're going to the zoo on Saturday. So then tomorrow, the child will ask, is it Saturday yet? And then the next day, is it Saturday yet? Because they can't future pace. And our subconscious mind cannot future pace like that. So use present words, use now. I am attracting money. I am now attracting love. Use present terms, okay? And then from an Enneagram perspective, does anybody here have exposure to the Enneagram psychometrics? Yeah, lovely. It's beautiful. Thank you, Leah. I love it. It is wonderful, Anjana. So from the Enneagram, there's a particular personality style. And you tell me, and just give a thumbs up if you resonate with this. We call it this perpetual motion, where you're constantly moving one thing to the next. You're thinking, then you're going to the next meeting, then you've got an email, then you're responding to a WhatsApp. It's constantly going. Then you getting home, and then you have to cook, and then you're thinking about what's happening tomorrow and what's happening next week and the following week. And it's this future-based living. That kind of future-based living, we refer to it as perpetual motion. You are in constant movement. And the reason you're in constant movement, or that perpetual motion, is rooted in fear. So think about it. You can't really hit a moving target, can you? So if I'm constantly moving, I'm going to miss those bullets. So that personality type, that inner urgency that they have is rooted in that fear, and it's avoided, or they tend to avoid that negativity by moving so quickly on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And in coaching, what we would do is, for that individual, is to, like Anjana and Mandy said, is to be present. It's not always easy if you are naturally inclined to be moving. And if you're naturally urgent and fast-paced, you speak fast, you eat while the food is hot, while it's standing, because things need to be done fast and efficient. So little steps. An example of what I actually did last week with an individual, which you can try, is to be more present. So when you are future-based, constantly moving, you are living in your head space. You are not in your heart space or your instinctual phase, or your body. You're in your head. So you need to get out of your head and into your body and start connecting with your body. The best way to do that is yoga, because you connect with your heart and your body. But if you have that inner sense of urgency, you're not going to just start doing yoga. I myself am trying to do it, but I find excuses not to do it because I'm too busy, it's too busy for it. So little things, and it's exactly what Anjana and Mandy spoke about, is to just be more present. For example, but it's this thing where when you're washing the dishes, what is the temperature of the water? What does the soap feel like against your hand? What does it feel, touch? And to just connect again with your body, just that moment, just those few minutes where you're washing dishes, just feel it and be there, be in that moment. Okay. That inner sense of urgency. Attention spans are dwindling. We know that massively. To be present, especially when in front of another person, for me, in the power of now, is using your presence and your power of now and your power of attention when speaking to somebody using that attention, not just for active listening, not to listen to respond, but attention to generate and ignite thinking in the other person, to ignite the other person's creativity. It's not just attention for the sake of attention, it's generative attention. And how do you do that? First thing you do is discard your sense of inner urgency. Create ease, and you create ease by removing that inner urgency. It will always be there if it's a part of you. You learn to control it. There's nothing wrong with you. You're like that for a reason. It's all rooted in our childhood experiences growing up. I am the same. But what we do is we control it and we use it when we need to use it. So just pace yourself. Just discard that inner ease and listen without interruption. Not even a yes, because that's what we were taught. Active listening. I have to show you I'm listening. No, relax. Take a sigh. Make eye contact. Maintain your attention on the individual, especially if you've got children. Especially. Look at them. And then don't speak. Just you can smile, chuckle, laugh, cry even. Don't say anything to interrupt their thinking. We know instinctively it's wrong because when we interrupt, we immediately apologize. We're like, oh, I'm sorry, but but then we continue doing it. You have apologized, but you're still gone and you interrupted and the person's lost their train of thinking. So generative attention. And lastly, the last point I want to speak about, and I'll leave you with this. And you beautiful ladies might know it. I'm pretty certain you know it. It's a book by Hannah Arendt called The Human Condition. And there's a quote, and I can't remember that quote exactly, but I'll tell you my interpretation of it. And the quote is, it's basically, how can we be more present? And I came across it because I was researching, how can I be present while I'm manifesting my future? And there were 3 points. First thing is the past. Make peace and forgive the irreversibility of the past. Forgive yourself, not just what other people did. Forgive yourself. The future is unpredictable. We've got no control over it. But what can we control? Our promises. Keep your promises when you're thinking of the future. And by doing that, forgiving the past, making peace with the irreversibility, what's done is done. Now you can choose. In this moment, you are choosing who you want to be. You are not that person you were before this session even started. So do that. To be now in the present. Just keep your promises. And that's it. It's for me.
Amazing. And my beautiful
Beautiful.
Jackie, you can actually have this as a speech and then deliver it to the audience. So beautiful. Thank you so much. Any
Thank you,
questions?
Sanette.
Any questions for Jayasri?
What I would like to do quickly is, if you do have a question, pop it in the chat or just pop me a message on Facebook and I'll get to it, is I do a lot of, I'd like to offer the past life regression to the ladies who are on the session here now. It might not happen next month. Sometime we'll schedule it in. It takes about 2 hours, but that's also a way that we can be now, is it's not about finding out if you're Cleopatra in your past life. I mean, but it's about knowing, what do I need to work on? So if you are keen on that, just make contact with me and we'll set up some time and we'll conduct it via Zoom. I'd like to do that as a thank you for staying on the show and supporting Sanette and supporting us as speakers.
Jayasri, that's beautiful. I've got goosebumps. Thank you, my beautiful one. That's amazing. So ladies, please take Jayasri's offering. She is truly amazing. Going through a session with her is like, oh, amazing, amazing. Thank you, my beautiful Jazri. The most beautiful thing is keep your own promises to yourself. And the more you do it, the more you will do things. So the next one, lady, I will ask is Lauren. So Lauren, while you prepare to get ready for us, I'm just gonna say, I think this is pause. My beautiful Lauren, it's all up to you to inspire us. Thank you for you are quite a new Diamond Beauty and you have done quite a few posts already. So I want to say thank you to you and thank you to Kathy, Katie, Anita, all the new Diamond Beauties that have just put a sparkle into our life. Thank you. So I'm going to pin you. You are welcome to continue.
Thank you so much, Sinead. So I wanted to discuss the power of now in a slightly different format because I think that we have zero concept of the energy within now. So if we were to understand where our power comes from, for every single person that's on this call, where does your power come from? Because when you're able to understand where your power comes from, you're then able to understand the power of now. They work hand in hand and they cannot be separated. So if you were to understand the power of now and you were to question where does that power come from, you would understand that it comes from source. And the moment we're able to understand that it comes from source, we're able to look at it from a slightly different perspective. So in every single religion that I have read and researched through curiosity, it speaks about being made in the image of source. So we often put source onto a pedestal that is unachievable for ourselves. We often put it onto a different platform that is unachievable for ourselves. Do we understand that being made in source is as simple as opening a Word document and putting in a picture of a star and pressing copy and paste? You do not get a variation in the picture of that star. There are two identical images. And so if we are made in the image of source, we are made identical. If we were to understand that that power is not diluted between the two images, we're then able to understand our own power. And if we're able to identify where our power comes from, and that we are our own power because we are identical, we would then be able to stand in the now. And so if we were to sit in that energy, that source energy that we were created in, what would your now look like? How have you diluted your now down? What generational stuff has been passed down that has faded that image? What past life stuff have you allowed to fade that image? Because we all search for answers, and every answer we find is just another filter on that image. It's another moment in the time of now that we do not take responsibility for our own image. And so we blame past lives and we blame generational stuff because we're too afraid to claim the now. But if we were to sit in the power of now, we would understand that right now I am made in source image. For the next 5 days, I want you to wake up every morning, and before your feet touch the ground, I want you to picture what your cut and paste looks like. What's diluting it? what generational stuff is changing your now. Because the minute you allow somebody to change your now, and the minute you allow somebody to put a past life something on you, or you claim it, the fact that you think it in the now is claiming it. And you're diluting your now. You're diluting your power. And so each of us has a choice in how we stand in our now and what energy fills it. So each one of us on this call has gifts. Each one of us has talents. Each one of us is unique. But we're so busy searching for everything but the now and standing in the now that we have no concept of who we are. There is not a single one of us on this call that can tell any one of us who we are. There's not a single person in the world that can tell you who you are right now. The only person that can define that is the you that's going to lie in bed tomorrow morning, calling into power your now. So if Source made each and every one of us with a unique fingerprint in the now, the only copy and paste we should be doing is to ourselves, in the power that we were created. It is only in that experience and that energy of understanding that we were created by Source that we get to experience what now feels like, with no filters and no dilutions along the way. And in that now, we get to understand what responsibility looks like. Because we took the responsibility to stand in our power. And as every single one of us on this call tonight knows, with great power comes great responsibility. And so the moment we understand that it is our responsibility to stand in the power of now, we then understand that it is our responsibility to be more. To be more than I was yesterday. To be more than I was a minute ago. To be more than I was in past lives. To be more than I was through generational lines. I don't care to have a look at any one of them because they hold no relevance in my now. It is only in my now and the power of my now that I'm able to understand my responsibility. And if my responsibility is to be more, I then allow my now to define what more is. And if my now is Source, I don't see how Source is going to cause me to fail. Because otherwise I wouldn't have pressed cut and paste. So the next time you work on a Word document and you press cut and paste, did it make an error? Did it incorrectly do it? Did you change the font? Source doesn't make mistakes when it hits cut and paste. And so when you stand in the power of your now and you wake up tomorrow morning, what does you look like? What does Source look like to you? Have you ever actually sat in the space of Source to understand what that would look like? Because when I stand next to Source, I stand next to it. I stand within it. I immerse myself in it. I don't question it. I don't look for answers. I don't seek either. I just stand understanding that there's power in now. Each and every one of us has a responsibility to understand the power of now. And when you stand right next to Source, that responsibility shows its face. But the next time your feet touch the ground, what are they rooted in? The power of your mother or your father? The power of past lives? The power of your failures and your insecurities? If Source made each one of us with failures and insecurities, it understood exactly what it was doing. It gave us failures and insecurities because we needed to learn how to work with them and not against them. So often we spend so much time trying to overcome our failures and insecurities that we forget about now. And right now, I'm a cut and paste of Source. And he didn't make a mistake. Source made me impatient and intolerant. Source made me ADHD. No one else did it. Source did. So the sooner I embrace exactly who I am in the power of now, and I understand what my soul DNA is, who Source created me as, it created me as physical, but there's a soul DNA aspect to it as well. And the moment I understand that and I embrace that, I'm able to understand in the power of now. Please let me all know how your next 5 days go before your feet touch the ground. Because I can't wait to see each one of you standing in the power of now. In the power of Source.
Wow, amazing. Let me bring up everyone. Ladies, how was that? So beautiful. Lauren actually have master classes in the week. We actually talked about it that I will be able to, if she sent me a thumbnail, I will be able to create an event for her like I did for Kathy. So my beautiful ones, would you love to attend one or two or maybe a few of Lauren's sessions? She is down and she tells it exactly. No, Hannah, no. This is how it goes. So beautiful ladies, would you like to attend some of our sessions? Yes, Doreen? Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, wow. Anita. Okay. So, Lauren, I will see if I can get hold of you tomorrow after my adventures with my son-in-law, and then we will create your events button. So there will be also another event up for Cindy Saylor. She's going to give us for free. She said she's going to ask money. And I said, I will only be able to put the events on for you if it's for free, because I want every lady to attend it. If the ladies are on your platform, you can ask them any amount. But while coming out of the Diamond Booties, I don't want any lady to say that I cannot attend this session because there's a barrier. I don't have funds. So that's the reason. So we will definitely I will talk to Lauren and put the events button on, because you have regular sessions, Lauren.
Yeah.
Yes, regular sessions. Wow, amazing, amazing. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I do. Most evenings, there is a lot of free content on my platforms. I do a coffee conversations twice a month where we discuss how to change your life with different perspectives and how to stand in your power of now. And that's twice a month. The details go live on my Facebook pages at the end of every month. They're pinned to the top of my Facebook pages.
Wow, amazing. So we will definitely do an event for you guys, and you will be able to join Lauren. A lot of wisdom. So thank you, my beautiful Lauren. So my beautiful Anita, are you ready? Please, first of all, show the ladies your beautiful costume, and then I am gonna let you inspire us. She made the costume herself, so let me pin you, and you're welcome to go ahead.
I think Anita is still muted.
Can't hear
Can you
you,
hear
Anita.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Mandy. I just want to start with an exercise. I do this all the time when I'm either on stages or book signing. And that is a simple thing like Sinette does with the breathing. And it's self-talk is so, so important. So ladies, will you do something fun with me? Yes? Okay. On the count of 3, I want you to say, I am a warrior with me. Are you ready? Yes. 1, 2, 3.
I'm a
Oh,
warrior.
love that. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3.
I'm a
I am a
warrior.
Yes,
Woo!
you are. Every one of you are. We are all uniquely made, and praise God for that. Because a lot of people ask me when I speak, how did you become a warrior? Truthfully, it was kind of sad. I had a life of child abuse, domestic violence, struggles through life, homeless, runaway, foster child. All of these brought me to where I am today, which I am very, very thankful. Yes, it was sad, but it was a healing learning lesson that I learned along the way. I want to start off with this really neat quote that I found by Catherine Pulsar. Help others, encouraging others are often acts of kindness that have more meaning that you may realize. I'm going to do that again. Helping others, encouraging others are often acts of kindness that have more meaning than you may realize. Do you agree, ladies? Put a thumbs up. Correct? The power of now is so important with my message. The reason being is that I did not take the words power of now very, very serious until 59 years old, when I was awakened 3 nights in a row by God. Just him and I, we were going to have a pep talk. Most of you know he has a quiet but very powerful voice when he speaks directly to us. And in that voice, I got up all 3 nights, got my pad and pencil, and wrote what I was going to do with my power of now. And that was to not concentrate on my woo is me, my coulda, shoulda, woulda. Anybody relate? Right? As many of you have said, we cannot bring back the past. We can push forward. And during that time, I wrote this affirmation, and I totally believe in it, that God created our toes facing forward so that we would not go backwards throughout our life. Amen? Amen. So with that, I thought, okay, Lord, you just gave me a job. What should I do? Ladies, it was a perfect time. It was at the beginning of the pandemic. It was not where we were locked in our houses, but unfortunately, businesses started to close all around, including mine. So I said, okay, doggies, Bentley and Riley, we're getting in the car and we're going to go for a 2-month outreach compassion trip in the car. And you're going to be my co-pilots. And we did. So we visited 10 states around United States in the car, and I created the most amazing and helpful hygiene bag. And in that hygiene bag was the hand sanitizer, the mask, the Band-Aids, because a lot of homeless people had cuts all over their hands because they dumpster dive. Very sad. But also included toothbrush, toothpaste, combs, brushes, and a smiley face sticker. Because you know what? Whatever predicament or struggle we are in, you know what? It's free to smile. Okay. As you know, a lot of homeless people don't have money to buy a smile, but God gave us all that natural gift. Beautiful smile. I am so blessed with mine. I just praise God for the job he gave me, the people that I meet. I'll tell you what, ladies, being homeless myself several times in my lifetime, I didn't realize that my fellow homeless buddies were some of the nicest people I had ever met, especially the veterans. And if any of you guys are veterans here, thank you for your service. I say guys because Originally, I'm from Rhode Island, so that's my excuse. But they are some of the nicest, most grateful people I have ever met. When I would approach many, they would be very, very guarded. What is this woman with 2 dogs approach me with this bag? Of course, they're focusing on the bag. And so as I got closer, the smile happened. It's amazing. People are like mirrors. You smile, they will smile back. One of our greatest gifts that God gave us. And so by the end of me giving them the bag and sometimes a cheeseburger, and that did happen in Jupiter, Florida, and that's a great testimony. They're so grateful. So as I'm walking away after I've asked them, can I pray for you? You know, what would you like me to pray for? And a lot of them will actually say safety, peace for the world. It's amazing. But as I'm walking away, 9 times out of 10, they were saying, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Now you go back to when I first met them, they weren't very friendly. They were like, who are you and what do you want? Give me that bag. But, you know, God has a way to soften hearts through compassion. And that is the job that God gave me at 59 years old. When he woke me up, he said, you are the perfect person, warrior. You are a warrior. That's when I decided that I was going to go on stages, go on Zooms. Thank you, Sinette. And I was going to show the different side of me, the new created, strong, brave, and fearless woman that I am today, that have encouraged so many people around the world with just the simple truth of my story. That is why it is so important, Sinette, God bless you, for having us here to express some of our dirty secrets. You know, I'm on my 7th co-authored anthology. And when I wrote my first one, I was actually on a mission trip after I became a warrior. And all of a sudden, this very well-known Kate Butler publisher from Inspired Impact, and Mandy, thank you so much for your demonstration. I like to call what you talked about inspired action, because we have to step into action, and do something, right? Yes, warrior, yes. It is our choice to get out of that wooey's box, right? And step into, how can I help? How can I help me? How can I help others? I am strong. I'm going to do this. And that's what I did. So she calls me up. I'm in a park walking my dogs. And she says, is this Anita LaPierre, the warrior woman? I said, it sure is. She said, listen, I heard your testimony and I'm writing a book and I have 2 more spots left. And I think the world needs to hear yours. Ladies, that book on the first day became an international bestseller. I'm going to grab it. This is called Women Who Shine. Can you see it? You can get it on Amazon. Guess what? I laid it all out. I laid out all the dirtiness, all the dirty dirt. But you know what? At the end, I was so proud to say, I am triumphantly risen. I chose to rise above. Being in hell, going to heaven. That is my story. And I'll tell you what, I am so blessed. I'm actually going to be going to New York in September with a book that I'm working on. Just sent it to the exit. It's called Warrior Woman 2. And we are going to be going to the Today Show. So tune in for that. Yes, I will be dressed as my warrior. Yay! With my story. So, you know, God is powerful. God is powerful. He is the one that bestows the power, the self-power of you. Again, we are uniquely made. He uses our superpower however ever he needs and wants. So this warrior woman, she is on fire. on fire. And if you have a chance, before I go, I want you to go onto YouTube, ladies, and I want you to look up Rise Up. That is my forever song, Rise Up. And every day we have the opportunity to do that. Tomorrow is going to be better than today. Yes, I totally believe with you, Lauren. Self-talk in the morning. Those 5 minutes are so crucial. Long time ago, yes. Long time ago, I worked for Whole Foods, and the owner of Whole Foods spoke to us during video, and he explained, and this is before I became a warrior woman, but that has stuck with me for 15 years. And what he said was, before he gets up in the morning, before he puts his feet to the ground, he says, it's going to be a great day. Everybody on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a great day.
Great day.
Yeah, look at the smiles. Look at the smiles. Hallelujah. Sanette, thank you so much for the kind words that you shared yesterday on my introduction of the warrior women and explaining that, yes, I make all of my costumes. Reason being is that I am self-made. I stepped out of that box of wooey and made myself a warrior. God bless you all.
Wow, amazing,
God bless you
Anita.
too.
And she is coming back on a special event on August the 31st. And she's also a sponsor of the show. So my 2 first sponsors, I'm so excited, Anita and Kathy. And they made me beautiful videos. I'm going to play it a few times during the show. Ladies, you are welcome to look at us on the Diamond Beauties. Thank you so much, Anita. Last but not least, ladies, also will be going a little bit over, but we cannot leave this amazing lady with an incredible story. Eliana, thank you for coming and inspire us. I'm going to pin you and you're welcome to continue.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all of you being here and the ones that are going to be watching this later. Very quickly, so you understand where I'm standing, okay? I am a car crash survivor. And in this car crash, I lost my parents and my first husband, and I saw them all dying before my eyes. And because of that, I ended up dealing with panic attacks, anxiety attacks, agoraphobia, PTSD, and also I had 3 suicidal spells because the way the brain works, right? And I learned a lot, and now I teach people and I help people find more inner peace regardless of the hurricane they are in. When Sanette came up with this invitation to talk about the power of now, I have to bring to you what it is to live life with PTSD, what it is to live life with this horror movie running through your mind 24/7 that you see your whole family dying over and over and over again. It's because the way the brain works. The brain cannot identify past or future. Everything for the brain is experienced in the present time. And this is the source of PTSD, because all of a sudden your brain will create experiences from past events that you had because of memory. Because this is something, memory, imagination, dream are all processed in the same area of your brain as reality. Okay? So with that in mind, think about what it is to have a very vivid memory that is horrific. So this is life with PTSD. This is life with being human with memories, okay? I'm gonna give you a little exercise. Imagine that I have a lemon in my hand. Can you see it? In your imagination, cut that lemon in half. Now you have 2 halves. Now imagine this. Take a bite of it. Some of you will experience a jolt of saliva coming to your mouth. By the way, I'm a dentist too. And therefore, I know the salivary glands become activated. So I created a physiological event in your body just by using your imagination. So now think about this. You have a memory that is disturbing, sad, upsetting, a fight you had. In the present time, you're going to experience as if you're having it again. And imagine you have a fear about the future, something that might happen, maybe another accident might happen, somebody else might die, somebody else might betray, somebody else, you don't know, right? It's future. But guess what? Your body will experience it. Your brain will experience as present. And this is so important to know, because then by knowing that, we utilize that by, you can have a vision board of something that you like. And by the way, at the beginning, Cheryl, my bride, shared about that video of hers was all present tense, because that's exactly what it is, right? You experience everything in present tense. Then when you think about the past, a lot of you talked about forgive the past and accept the past. It's just that sometimes it's hard. So what to do when it's hard? How can I be in the power of now if my now is flooded with a very horrific past events and my future is full of fear that it might happen again? This is the basis of PTSD, anxiety attack, and panic attack. What to do with that? That is the idea. You utilize two aspects, okay? One is cognitive behavioral therapy. You change your behavior right here, right now. The power, like Anita was talking, you're powerful, you're a warrior. And then you create that persona and you make it so, okay? And then the other one, work on the subconscious mind. I use tapping and I use neurolinguistic programming, and I use other things like oils, essential oils, and things like that. But basically, what is consciousness is the tip of the iceberg that you can see. Unconscious mind is the whole iceberg underneath the surface. And the subconscious is what is about to be conscious. So what can you do? I have 2 exercises for you guys to experience, actually 3. One, you can do what it's called in Jungian psychology, active visualization. You take a blank piece of paper, take a pen, and then if you have a question, why am I so upset about XYZ, a person, a situation, and then quiet your mind and see what the answer that comes up. You will find some parts of you that are very upset or has some message to give it to you. And in that quiet moment, you will be able to hear it and write it down. It will feel a little bit schizophrenic. I need to let you know about that beforehand, because you're going to hear some answers that you didn't think about it. It is amazing. And that is your subconscious mind coming into consciousness so you can talk to that part of you and then be able to have that conversation and clear things up. The second thing that I want to present is knowing how the brain works helps you to utilize that knowledge to your benefit. What does that mean? For instance, I know that when I go into fear mode, into worry mode, into anger mode, there will be physiological changes. Stress hormones will increase, good feeling hormones will decrease. Take a deep breath. It is being proven, okay? There are researches showing that when you take a deep breath, the adrenaline and cortisol levels, which are the stress hormones, go down. And the good feeling hormones, which is dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin, go up. And a relaxed brain, it's a brain that learns, it's a brain that shifts, it's a brain that releases. We want all of that. So take deep breaths. And this is why yoga is great, because they're always practicing the mindfulness and sit down and breathe There is the physiological aspect behind of all of that. And the third thing, especially if you're having an anxious moment, I do what it's called the 5 breaths, right? Basically, you breathe 5 times, but this is what you do. Watch 5 things that you list, 5 things that you see. Then list 4 things that you hear. Then list 3 things that you can feel with your hands. And then list 2 things that you can smell. Smell of your hair, smell your perfume, the smell of the flowers, the rain. And 5, 1 thing that you can taste. So as you go down on the 5 feelings, 5 touch senses, you can then calm down your brain that way, because you're engaging your prefrontal cortex. And the prefrontal cortex and the reactive brain, they behave in a seesaw motion. When the prefrontal cortex is engaged, the reactive brain is down, is more quiet. When the reactive brain is activated, fight, flight, freeze response, the prefrontal cortex is tuned down. This is why when people are activated or angry or scared, they cannot think. You ask them a question, they say, I don't know, I can't think, because of that, because the way the brain works. So for you to be in the now, and you can't be in the now because you worry about a bill that's coming up, or you worry about something, or thinking about a fight you had, guess what? Your reactive brain is activated. Therefore, to deactivate, remember how the brain works. Take deep breath, count with the 5 senses in mind, and do that peaceful visualization that everything is going to be okay. There's one more component that I'm not going to extend here because I know it's getting late, but it's faith. In Portuguese, we say crazy faith, fé doida, crazy faith, that everything is going to work it out. And that's for another time. But thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for staying on and for giving me this opportunity, Sunit. Thank you so much.
Wow, I've got goosebumps. I've got goosebumps. Ladies, how was that? How amazing. So, Eliana, while you are still on, can you please tell us how do you feel at this moment? Where's Eliana? Oh, there you are.
I'm feeling very, very blessed to be here, because everybody that spoke brought an aspect that I took notes. I took copious notes here, because everybody brings their wisdom and their experience, and it's so amazing that when you look at somebody's face, you can never know what is in the background of that amazing person there. And people has that history within themselves, and they have these insights to bring up. So I feel very blessed to be here, and I appreciate each one of you.
Oh,
Thank
thank you, my beautiful Eliana. Dorette, how do you feel at this moment?
Sonette, I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm glad I'm in the dark, because I'm quite tearful just listening to everyone's stories and the insight that everyone brings to this. And I'm so blessed to be here and to hear the stories and to learn from all these beautiful ladies and true warriors, every single one. Everyone comes with their own story and their own insight and their own wisdom. And yes, I feel truly blessed being here and quite emotional, to be honest. So thank you for the opportunity, ladies, to share in your stories.
Oh, thank you so much, my beautiful Dorette. Anita, how are you feeling?
I feel so empowered. I thought I was powerful when I came on before this show, but ladies, girlfriends, warriors, you all inspire me. I have placed every one of you in my heart, in my prayers today. I feel amazing. I feel huge, huge. Look that word up, Sinette. Huge appreciation.
Oh, wow, amazing. And Eliana, can you quickly tell me where are you from? Brazil. Oh, Eliana is from Brazil. We've got Kathy and Mandy from Canada. We've got Anita and we've got Marilyn and Janice from the USA. Then Dorette, Jaisre, Nicola, Diana, Yaki, and Anjana and me are all from South Africa. Global. My beautiful Jaisri, I'm going to give you a chance and then I will go to Kathy. How do you feel?
Very, very similar to Dorette. And same with Eliana. Everybody that spoke, I'm actually feeling quite emotional as well because I've been reflecting and it's brought back some memories and some moments. So I feel blessed.
Oh, wow.
Blessed to be here.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, my beautiful Jaisri. Kathy, and after Kathy, Nicola.
I feel so grateful. What a wonderful group. So powerful. The power of now. The stories were incredible. I feel so moved and so reflexive. Yes, like Jaisri said, I feel like I have work to do. Thank you, Lauren.
Wow. And Lauren is from Zimbabwe. Kathy, will you quickly tell us about your session tomorrow? The ladies,
I will, yes.
Welcome
It's
to
not.
join, Kathy.
Yes, thank you. It's 9:30 a.m., 30 minutes of super fun self-care. I incorporate tapping, brain gym, and other healing modalities. Laughter is the best medicine and too important to leave to chance. So sign up today. It's free.
Kathy, please put that in the chat so that the ladies can just copy it, please, if you don't mind. Nicola, how do you feel?
Guilty, and I feel real guilty because think I'm pretty incapable of living in the now. I am always living in the future in terms of what I've got to do, how much I've got on my plate, my to-do list. So I'm really guilty in doing that. And I think it's quite a nice break just to take a breath and say, and take that deep breath and then just, listen to Eliana. You always think, oh, I'm having a really tough time and things aren't going my way. And you listen to someone else's story and it just puts it into perspective. And, Eliana, I know you've worked through that, but it's just a reminder that we can learn from each other and we need to listen to each other and to be there for one another.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, my beautiful Nicola. Then it will be Diana and then it will be Mandy. Diana, how do you feel?
If I had to listen to this session last week, I would have been anxious and completely out of control. And yeah, Dorette, I was close to your area on Thursday. I went down to Port Owen for the day and it just calmed me down. And there I realized how I have not been living in the now. And tonight has just been amazing. It's a confirmation that I am currently just in the now. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for sharing your stories. It helps so much to know that there are so many people out there with so many huge smiles. And yeah, I've had similar experiences to you guys, and we are here in the now, and we can move forward with whatever has happened to us.
Wow, amazing.
Thank you.
And Diana, you as well as a beautiful story, and I will get you again to come and tell us. Thank you so much, my beautiful Mandy, and then Anjana.
Well, for all the smiles and all the rah-rahings I've been doing, I'm actually also quite emotional underneath all this, especially Eliana. I'm just reminded of my son that I lost, my only son. So the point of feeling emotional and being this way is that all these stories, every single person that shared their stories, and some of you, well, most of you on here know my background, escaping 30 years of domestic violence and abuse with my life and a little suitcase into a women's shelter for 3 years. Living in a wheelchair for 2 years because he put me there, all kinds of horror and everything. But each of these stories has so much energetic power within them that they move mountains inside people's souls. And it's not just the power of now, it's the power of your unique story that the world needs to hear. I'm now a 6 times best-selling author because I've co-authored in many volumes and shared multiple aspects of my story. I'm a legacy ghostwriter. If we leave that story in here and here, it is unfinished business. And it is our responsibility, as one of the other speakers, I think it was Lauren, it is our responsibility to bring that out, share it with as many people as possible that will hear it. Because you never know, just one word, one phrase, one experience, where it's going to touch somebody's heart and say, if she can do it, I can do it, and make them rise up. And I'm just,
Wow.
I'm just so grateful to each and every one of you.
Wow.
God bless you all.
Thank you, my beautiful Mandy. So my beautiful Mandy, in the 2 years that I've created this beautiful Diamond Beauties, the platform, everything I've done, that was my biggest wish. That was God's plan for us to tell us each other's the stories and then also heal from that. So thank you, my beautiful Mandy. Anjana, and then Yaki, and then Marilyn, and then Janice.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. I don't have the words. uh, there's so much depth in today's session, absolutely depth. And each person has their own talents and skills and their stories to not just inspire, but create awareness. And with today's topic, with the presence of now, stories create awareness. And that awareness and listening to that stories, like I think Jeshu said, the skills of listening brings you and you learn and you gain knowledge and you gain. And when you listen to the stories, it's, for me, it's the source, the universe, God, whatever you call it, way of relaying messages. And within these stories, whatever message and wisdom that you need or require, you can find it here. You know, people say, how will I know? How do you know whether God is talking to me? My angels, my guides, whatever you believe in. And it is in these unique stories that you can find your answer. And not everybody's stories will resonate, but what you take away with you is so powerful that the stories of real women, real people, and that's the power. And I love the session because it's real, it's raw, it is genuine, it is from the heart, it is from the soul, and everybody's experience is so valuable, absolutely valuable. And you know what? We see each other, and we by acknowledging each other, we see each other, hear each other, and we say, you know what? You absolutely matter. You matter. You are so important. And that's what I like. Thank you, Sanet, for creating this platform. And for me, that is so important that we see each other and we acknowledge. The acknowledgement is so powerful. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, my beautiful and John. That's beautiful. Yaki, you can unmute yourself. Sorry, Sanet, my microphone is not working tonight, but I'm blessed. Each story was amazing. Thank you, my beautiful Yaki. Marilyn, do you want to come and tell us how do you feel at this moment?
Well, I'm happy to be here, but I'm feeling anxiety because I have a broken laptop and a broken portable air conditioner. And so I've been trying to get help with fixing them. But I have another one in my living room, a portable air conditioner that I crowdfunded before the pandemic, and that has saved my life. When my other one broke, that was never very good. It would make it so that it was like living in hell at 4:20 instead of at 4 in the afternoon. So this one is much better, and since it's still working, the other one that broke is not. The other one will still work, but I have to unplug it to get it to turn off. So I know this is on YouTube, so that when parts I wasn't able to pay attention to, I can go and rewatch. But the woman who said that, I believe she said it was her parents and her husband died. Like, I have that kind of stress on a daily basis for other reasons, but like, gosh, how do you like go on after something like that? That would be a hard thing to do. So, and I still love your hat anyway.
Oh, thank you so much,
And
Marilyn.
yeah, and also with the language, like when people speak different languages or when autocorrect, like what you said today about you want to make sure that everyone has access regardless of whether they can, like if you don't want someone charging, that's completely like the comment that I misunderstood because it was a language or a autocorrect was totally like, yeah, like Sanet's not like that. She's not here trying to sell people things that they can't afford. But I got really upset that day because I misunderstood that because of something that was not even, it was a mistake because of like that. And so I appreciated when you said that today, that you don't even want, like, you want everyone to have access. So thank you.
Okay, Marilyn, thank you so much. Denise, are you still on the line, my beautiful one? I have called her also, and she didn't come back. I tried to mute her, but it also didn't work. Okay, so much love. Oh, my beautiful ladies, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for being in my life. Please look out tomorrow. I will post all the winners and I will also post the givers, and then I will then also arrange on Messenger for the group of people to come together, and you will be able to exchange your presents. So have a beautiful day. Please think of me because I've got a big session on Thursday, and the magazine must be finished by Thursday. And at this moment, I do get 4 hours of sleep so that I can do everything. So, but I want to say thank you. Have a beautiful evening. Have a beautiful afternoon. And I love all of you. Let me get my heart quickly.
We love you. We love you. We love
Sanet,
you.
before
We
we
love
leave,
you.
Love
you
you
need,
too. We
before
all
we
love
leave,
Paul.
Bye,
you need to
everyone.
prioritize.
Have a great evening,
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
everybody.
Bye.
Love
Bye,
you. Bye.
everybody. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Before we leave, you need to prioritize sleep. 4 hours is not enough.
I just past this week, then I will be okay, my beautiful Marilyn. Just this week.
No, sleep is important. You can't, it's very important.
I know, but I had made promises, so I have to keep it. So thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.